So I recently picked up this puzzle, and it's just beautifully constructed. And it's a wooden box, as you can see. And inside the box, there are 25 identical Z blocks, as they call it. And the object is obviously to get all of these 25 Z blocks back into the box with the lid. And I played with it for a little bit, and it's really, really hard. I've played with similar packing style puzzles. Reminds me kind of like a Soma Cube puzzle, but obviously in the Soma Cube puzzle, the pieces are different. But this posed an extra challenge where the 25 pieces are all identical. Luckily, the puzzle came with an answer key. All right. And the answer key turned out to be a bit of a puzzle in itself. So I looked at the puzzle with my brother, who was with me when I got it. And they have 4 different solutions that they offer here. So when I looked at solution number 1, they break it down into the bottom layer, second, third, fourth, and the top layer. And I was looking at the numbers and letters and trying to figure out the code, and it just finally kind of clicked. All right. So I'm going to start building the first solution. I won't do the entire solution, but I'll just build the first layer or 2 of the first solution. So if you look carefully at solution number 1, you'll see that you've got a bunch of zeros here in that Z shape. So that those zeros refer to one of the shapes. All right. So we'll call that shape number 0, right? Goes like that. Now, you've also got shape number 7 in that same Z configuration. So it looks like shape 7 is going to go like this. And you've also got shape number 2. Shape number 2 is in that Z configuration. So shape number 2 goes in like that. Now, if you look at shape number 1, you only see a number 1 in the bottom layer, but then you see 2 ones in the second layer, a single 1 in the third layer, and a single 1 in the fourth layer. So in order to get 1 1 in the bottom layer and 2 ones in the second and 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth, I think that piece has to go in like this. So that way you've got a single number 1, so call this shape number 1. You've got a single block in the first layer, the bottom layer. You've got 2 in the second layer, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. All right, let's do a couple more real quick here. Let's look at shape number 3. Shape number 3 has 2 pieces on the bottom, but 3 pieces on the second layer. So I think shape number 3 needs to go like this. All right, so now I got 2 cubes on the bottom layer, but then 3 cubes on the second layer. All right, and we'll finish the bottom layer here. Shape E has 1 cube on the bottom layer, 2 on the second layer. So that means that in order to make that happen, to get 1 on the bottom layer and 2 cubes on the second layer, it's going to go like this. All right. And then shape 8 has 3 cubes in the bottom layer with 2 cubes in the second layer. So it goes like this. Shape J has a single cube on the bottom layer with a single cube on the second layer with 2 cubes on the third layer and a single cube on the fourth layer. So I think that piece needs to go like this. All right, so that way I get a single cube in the bottom layer, 1 cube on the second layer, 2 cubes on the third layer with 1 cube on the fourth layer. And then I've got shape D here, which has 2 cubes on the bottom layer with 3 cubes on the second layer. So shape D is going to go like this, and like this, rather. There we go. And then it supports this piece here. So there you have it. That's how this solution key works. really, really fascinating. And then they do offer some alternate puzzles. So you can try making a 5x4x2 shape using 8 pieces. And there's 2 possible solutions, and they give you some other puzzles to try. So if you're interested in this puzzle, certainly you can make your own by getting a number of Unifix cubes and making 25 of these Z-shaped pieces. And if you want to purchase one, you can, I guess, go to this website here, look up Creative Craft House. They've got a wonderful collection of wooden puzzles available for purchase. And you can see this is a difficult one. So just a really fascinating little puzzle, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.